This is a picture of one of my older brothers, Phil. We called him Bud, standing in front of what is today the museum on Grand Street. I didn't intend to use just family pictures or pictures surrounding the print shop this week. That's just the way the cookie crumbled. So here I am, and here my brother Phil is. Phil was a postal worker here in Vermilion for years and years and years before retiring. He was quite a person. He had all kinds of hobbies. My brothers generally all had different talents and hobbies, different things. My brother here was interested in everything. He was interested in gardening. He was interested in hunting. He was interested in canning. He knew a lot of things about electronics. When computers first came out, he built computers. Remember when Tandy first started? They had leather goods. Well, my brother Phil here was interested in working leather, and he made all kinds of things. Real nice belts and wallets and handbags and camera bags. And I don't think he ever made a saddle or boots or anything, but he made a lot of things out of leather. He was pretty good at it. One of the things he did toward the end of his life was make clocks for everybody, and I still have mine at our house, and it chimes every 15 minutes. For some people that drives them nuts, but after a while when you have a clock that chimes, you don't notice it so much, and I like it. I liked it from the first time we had it. I think right now, I don't know whether I have to change batteries or maybe find a new chiming mechanism. It seems to be getting weaker as time goes by, but I've had it for probably over 20 years. But as I say, I really like it. But here he's standing in front of the Vermilion News. He was born in 1930, so this is, I'm guessing he was from 12 to 14 years old. So this is 1942, I'm guessing, right around there. Maybe 43, between 42 and 44. His bicycle here, looks like he really got a lot of use out of it. It's spring, of course, or it's wintertime maybe because of the coat he's got on. But I note that there's no chain guard here on this bike, and you will note he's got his pants on his right foot. He's got something tied around keeping his pants from getting caught into that chain. If you've ever had that done, and I have, it does a job on you and then on the chain on the bike. The seat looks loose to me. But I guess that's his bike, and he could do what he wants. Look at his shoes. He's been stomping around in the mud. But my brother did all kinds of things, and all my brothers did. I had two more brothers. They did a lot of exploring and things like that around town. In front of the print shop, you saw the picture with the kids in front, standing on this walk here. My brother Al removed both this one he's standing on and then this one behind him here. Removed those and then replaced this walk in front here with a concrete walk after these trees. This tree and there was another one over to the right were taken out. They had disrupted over the years, disrupted the walk and stuff like that. So he had to kind of replace the walk. There was a time in Vermilion where they were making people replace the walks. I know I replaced our walk on Oakwood, and then all of a sudden nobody said a word about it. So there are walks around town that are still uneven, even up the street from where he's standing today. There are walks. You better be careful if you're walking along them. I look across the street here in this house. It's hard sometimes for me to look over there and get an idea of how things were situated, but this gives me a better idea of how that house, this belonged to Eugene Boyd when I was a kid, Gene and Yvonne from Ann's Lunch. And this part right here was a garage, I do believe. And I noticed that there's a driveway driving into the parking lot that's over there now, going into the parking lot of the E&R Church, and it must be where it's cut out. It must be right through here toward the garage. where you pull into that parking lot. I was thinking that this house was closer to the railroad. It's hard to see sometimes the distances in these photographs, but I was thinking this house was maybe further north than it is. Time goes by and I just lose track of spaces the way things were. I know that one time I thought the house that used to sit toward the back of the library on the corner of Ferry and Washington Street was closer to Liberty, but it wasn't. I don't know why I had that idea, but I did have that idea. So it's not always the same. My brother Phil only lived to be 71. He was almost 72. It's too bad. He was retired. He loved his kids with all of his heart. And they returned it as well. But really a smart guy. What else would I say about my big brother? Any of them. Nothing bad. I liked all my brothers. I liked all my sisters, and like all my sisters as well. I don't have any misgivings about any of them. I always looked up to every one of them. But this is my brother Phil, when he was probably 13, 14 years old.